and thank you for joining us on Nationwide News on the network service of the NTA. I am Norlene Ebel Ame, and here is the news. Stakeholders in Nigeria's marine and blue economy are eagerly awaiting the implementation of the National Strategic Plan document following the successful deliberation and adoption of the draft document. Vivian Ezadife reports that the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy expressed confidence that the strategy will bolster economic growth while safeguarding the country's marine ecosystem.
Nigeria is poised to aggressively unlock the vast potentials of its marine resources following the successful validation of its national blue economy strategy. This significant milestone marks a crucial step towards harnessing the country's freshwater and maritime resources to drive economic growth and sustainable development. Key stakeholders, including representatives from the Ministry of Agriculture, Budget and National Planning, as well as water resources, have pledged to support and collaborate with the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy. Emphasis has been placed on the need for policies that support the initiative, with Minister of Marine and Blue Economy Adegbenga Oyetola acknowledging the support of the African Union, Inter-African Bureau for Animal Resources and the Kingdom of Norway.
Let us remember that the true measure of our success lies in the tangible benefits we bring to our communities and the ecosystem we are trusted to protect.
The National Blue Economy Strategy represents a promising step towards a prosperous future driven by sustainable economic growth, job creation, and environmental protection. Vivian Ezadife, NTA News.
The federal government has formally flagged off the reconstruction of some of the Abuja-Kaduna highway utilizing concrete technology. Abdullahi Mohammed reports that the Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, performed the flag off, reiterating the commitment of the federal government to bring in succor to travelers along that corridor.
Tomorrow belongs to this set, then here is democracy in action. It's the latest move by President Ahmed Bola Tinubu to strike the nail on the coffin of the slow pace of works on the Abuja-Kaduna highway, which has been a pool of frustration to motorists.
And so we presented the option of balkanizing the road into three, which we have done. President, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, approved it.
Now the main contractor, Julius Berger, has been asked to hands up some sections of the highway and is immediately awarded to other contractors with work starting immediately.
Mr. President revoked the contract and re-awarded it to contractors under tax credit.
To make travel easier for commuters during these reconstruction, massive palliative works have commenced. And for failing to meet the terms of contract, here is a message to Julius Berger.
We are not increasing this contract for Julius Berger beyond 740 billion. I've invited them for a meeting tomorrow. If they are not doing it, we will terminate the job and we get people to do it.
The Kaduna-Abuja part of the highway has continued to suffer delays in the ongoing reconstruction, with colossal loss to citizens. Abdullah Mohammed, NTA News.
The Minister of Works has inaugurated a committee for the implementation of cashless tolling system and dualization of Kefi-Akwanga-Makudi Expressway as part of efforts to fast-track development as well as promoting strong and sustainable transportation ecosystem. He tasked the committee on the terms of reference that includes developing cashless tolling system framework, recommendation of relief stations and physical environment along the corridors. Also to proffer practical solution to the challenges of implementing cashless toll collection in the Nigerian environment. The head of PPP unit, Mrs. Uguchima Nenaya, underscored part of the mandate of Federal Ministry of Works to include attracting private sector funding, ensure order, accountability and profitable entrepreneurship to the operations, management and maintenance of federal highways. This, she noted, is consistent with the provisions of the ICRC Establishment Act 2005 and other policies which grants the minister power to administer tolls on federal highways. The chairman of the committee, Jumai Katagum, assured members' commitment to deliver on the task. Members of the committee were drawn from federal ministries of works, finance, budgets and national planning, justice as well as infrastructural concession regulatory commission. The committee has 2 weeks to submit its reports. Former Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo and the Minister of Housing, Ahmed Musa Dangiwa, have appealed to surveyors in Nigeria to partner the federal government in addressing the challenge of building collapse and meeting up the task of providing quality, affordable houses. They made the appeal at a Surveyors Conference in Abuja. Justin Bemui reports.
It is a gathering of great minds in a unique profession, the Nigerian Institution of Surveyors, marking its 90 years of mapping progress. And for the federal government, the celebration comes with more responsibility.
Surveyors are essential in ensuring that construction projects are not accurately planned and executed, but also that land use is effectively managed to prevent conflicts and promote sustainable urban development.
The recent increasing frequency of building collapse across the country has that reminder that without the proper monitoring of substance and structural integrity, more disasters are inevitable.
The former Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo recalls the great achievements and contributions of the surveying profession in addressing existential infrastructural challenges of Nigeria.
We must start thinking and developing land surveying, teaching curricula that will ensure proficiency in working in an AI-driven environment.
It's been 3 days of brainstorming, and what is expected of these great minds is more commitment to national development. Justin Bemunyi, NTA News.
Let's take you to Jigawa State, where following the Tonka Explosion in Majia town, Taura local government area of Jigawa State, which claimed the lives of more than 150 people, the senator representing Jigawa Northwest Senatorial District, Senator Babangida Hussaini, has paid a condolence visit to the grieving families. During the visit, Senator Hussaini expressed deep condolence and sympathy to the bereaved families and offered prayers for the victims of the disaster. Senator Hussaini also donated 10 million naira to the surviving victims who are currently undergoing treatment in various medical centers and hospitals across the state, while calling on relevant government agencies and other organizations to provide the necessary relief and support to the victims. He also urged the public to remain vigilant and avoid hazardous practices during such emergencies. The furniture subsector of Nigeria's economy is about to receive a boost with the introduction of a market that offers eco-friendly pieces to high-tech smart furniture. This is as the maiden edition of the Abuja Interior and Furniture Expo is about to commence. Maria Ado-Zakari reports.
The Expo, first of its kind, seeks to bring back the glory of furniture industry in Nigeria. To do this, organizers say furniture lovers are about to witness something out of the ordinary,
which is aimed at not only showcasing the incredible talent that the Nigerian furniture industry offers, but provide a platform for collaboration with the brightest minds in craftsmanship and innovation within and outside the country. The Nigerian furniture industry is a bedrock of creativity and great potentials.
Our local designers, artisans, and manufacturers possess unique skills and ingenuity that deserve not just local but global recognition.
For the organizers, the expected impact of the Expo extends beyond the short term, as strategies are being put in place to facilitate long-term business collaborations, enhance trade relations, and stimulate innovation by encouraging competition and knowledge exchange. This is in addition to creating jobs and boosting entrepreneurship. The Expo is expected to hold on the 6th to 8th of December 2024. In Abuja, Maria Ado-Zakari, NTA News.
The Federal Capital Territory Administration has been involved in providing smart and sustainable solutions towards reducing the adverse impact of deforestation, global warming and climate change. The recent planting of about 200 trees along the corridors of Independence Way, Airport Road, the administration says is in line with the Green Campaign initiative of FCTA, with assurances that the campaign will be sustained. Aisha Uba Ali completes the report.
CTA partnership with United States Embassy and other groups in the tree planting project, which speakers say is an intentional strategy towards achieving a sustainable and habitable environment. The Department of Parks and Recreation under the Abuja Metropolitan Management Council of the FCTA, among its mandates, has been engaging different organizations and individuals in beautifying the city as well as promoting tree planting.
Department have experts who have been in this business of planting trees, nurturing trees, watering trees, and making sure, protecting them and making sure they grow very well.
The department has been involved in other activities aside beautifying the nation's capital, which is also in line with the Greening Campaign initiative of the FCTA. In her remarks during the tree planting exercise, Mandate Secretary, Health Services and Environment Secretariat Adedolakbo Fashawe says that the project will be sustained. The reason why the youth are actively involved to see to the sustainability of the campaign.
This is a campaign, not just an event. And a campaign means we go on. We have thought through this whole project, and in ensuring that we have sustainability, we have decided to get youth to take over this fight against global warming and climate change.
The United States Ambassador Richard Mills applauds the efforts of the FCTA in checking the impact of climate change. Aisha Uba Ali, NTA News.
Still staying with Aisha Uba Ali, she is live on the field there to update us on the Green Revolution. Aisha, of course, a Green Campaign initiative against global warming is a great move and has come to stay in Abuja. And looking at the impact, positive impact it brings about afforestation and friendly weather condition. Can you speak to us further on this? How can it be sustained and what is it all about?
Okay, thank you, Nolene, for that introduction. And before I talk about the sustainability, I must talk about what the greening campaign of the FCTA is all about. Now, talking about global warming is a campaign, just like the name implies. There's a global action right now to check the issue of climate change and global warming. And Nigeria is not an exception. It's also keen into this campaign according to the SDG Goal 13, which is looking at climate action. Now, nationwide, different states are looking at what is peculiar to them, coining this campaign to suit their peculiarities. And also here in the FCT, there's ongoing campaign, just like the one you saw in that background report. And we remember in previous administration, we had something like OS OTP project. That's one student, one tree project initiative. And similarly, it's also happening here in the FCT. That is why you saw that activity. Here, even the NYSC here is also engaged in the tree planting project. And that's just one aspect of it. And recently, the First Lady's Pet Project, Every Home a Garden, is also part of the campaign to make the environment greener and more habitable for us. And we know what the threat of climate change is for human existence. So that is just some of the campaigns going on in the SCT. And I remember one of the medical outreach, during one of the medical outreach in Baru Area Council, where cooking gas were distributed to women, and categorically the Minister of State, Dr. Maria Mahmoud, stated that that initiative and that step was to help women to reduce the use of firewood, which is also a way of discouraging the cutting down of trees. So she stated that that initiative of distributing cooking gas to women was to help in checking climate change. So the FCTA is involved in so many campaigns to see that they check the issue of climate change and global warming.
All right, commendable effort there by the FCT administration and, of course, in conjunction with other stakeholders. Thank you very much, Aisha Uba Ali, for your contribution from that end. All right, moving on, let's go to Gombe, where Gombe State government has set aside over 2.8 billion naira to pay development partners counterpart funds to attract projects in health and community development. Emmanuel Akila reports that this is part of the approvals by the State Executive Council, which also approves payments to settle promotion arrears to Gombe State University unions who are on strike over a month ago.
Commissioner for Information and Culture leads his colleagues in the Ministries of Water, Environment and Forest Resources and that of Budget and Economic Planning to brief journalists on deliberations after the State Executive Council meeting on various memoranda ratified for their respective ministries which affect the lives of the people.
It's not just promotion, it's outstanding promotion arrears. By implication, the state is not owing any staff of the university any promotion arrears.
The council approved the sum of 2,868,400,000 naira as counterpart funding for donor agencies and development partners.
Council approved the sum of 537,040,276 naira 77 kobo for the provision of clean drinking water in the School of Nursing Gombe.
Deputy Governor Manasa Daniel Jato, who is the chairman of the negotiation committee with Gombe State University chapter of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, continues dialogue with the union towards ending the month-long industrial action in Gombe. Emmanuel Akila, NTA News.
The Chartered Institute of Public Management of Nigeria is offering sustainable solutions towards an effective and efficient utilization of public debts, especially for public managers, to ensure the objectives for borrowing are realized. Tokbe Alabi reports that this was at the 2024 Public Managers Annual National Conference in Abuja.
Are critical to Nigeria's borrowing and at the driver's seat of public spending is financing budget deficits with foreign and domestic borrowings. With the theme of this public managers conference hinged on Nigeria's rising debt profile, how did we get it wrong? Practitioners insist excessive reliance on public debt and inappropriate management portend enormous macroeconomic risks for the country.
All we want is that this country should come up again. We should realize the areas we have not done well, learn our lessons from past experiences.
Areas of concern include Nigeria's infrastructure need of $100 billion annually, The 2024 budget deficit, which stood at 4.4% of the GDP, exceeding the Fiscal Responsibility Act threshold of 3% of GDP, rising debt profile of between 12.7 trillion naira in 2015 and 121 trillion naira in 2024, as well as debt servicing of 943 billion naira in 2015 to 8.25 trillion naira in 2024.
Shortages in revenue generation of the country. That is why they resorted to unmitigated borrowing, and that is what has affected the debt profile.
International oil companies need to up their investment so that we can have a crude production somewhere around 2 million, 2.5, even 3 million barrels per day.
I can see the way we're now parenting our children because of the economy. And this new generation, they wanted more.
For public managers, the important thing is to understand where the performance metrics are. The second thing is to actually understand which strategy is currently being used and how the strategy can be reviewed.
It is pertinent to look at the debt situation in the country because that is what is plaguing the whole nation.
After the conference, we are going to write a communique to the presidency.
The Chartered Institute of Public Management of Nigeria, since its inception, has been at the forefront of advocating result-oriented management approaches to optimize efficiency and build a more sustainable economy. In Abuja, Tonka Alabi, NTA News.
Jennifer Igwe will present the next set of reports on Nationwide from our Lagos studio. Good evening, Jennifer.
Greatness is not a solidarity journey, but a collective effort. Recognizing young people's knowledge, perspective, and experience as valuable contributions to decision-making at all levels will not only boost their growth, it will also help foster a legacy of excellence, love, and compassion. This came to the fore at the 2024 Next Generation Awards held in Lagos. Adejoke Odeka completes the story.
With the necessary skills to foster a culture of peace, nurture responsible global citizens, promote sustainable development, and also unlock current and future opportunities. Having recognized the importance of equipping young individuals with such skills for challenges that might be encountered in future, conveners of the Next Generation Awards 2024 say the awards will foster leadership, resilience, social responsibility, and healthy rivalry among the youths.
There's a need for the next generation to unravel themselves, to be seen as important, to be appreciated.
Of course, there will be challenges along the way, but focus on the goal.
Just because of how you are, just because of your age, nothing stops you from being who you are.
Stakeholders from various sectors, including the Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority, who was represented by the General Manager of TV Enterprise, Tunji Adekoya, emphasized the importance of media in bringing such award to the front burner so as to encourage young individuals to live up to their responsibility.
It's a wonderful project. We believe so much that this is our future. Our children is our future, and we believe so much in them.
Everywhere you go, whatever conversation you're having, you must reflect greatness.
Youths from different schools and institutions across the country were presented with awards for their exceptional performance. In Lagos, Adejoke Odeka, NTA News.
Anti-road safety, adopting latest technology in traffic management will infuse efficiency into road traffic management in the country with real-time situation reports along major routes to reduce road crashes to the barest minimum. Joel Pukbola reports that the Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Shehu Mohammed, in a message at the 2024 Zonal Conference of FRSC Special Marshals, said the agency is deepening synergy with like minds to address gaps in road traffic management.
The increase in human population has snowballed into an increase in vehicular movement, and Nigeria is having a fair share of this challenge. Solutions to this myriad of challenges, experts say, lie in complementing efforts of the FRSC and the special marshals with modern technology. The 2024 Zonal Conference of Special Marshal with the theme Leveraging Technology for Improved Traffic Management and Enforcement, the FRSC digitized approach. Representative of the Corps Marshal notes its apps and the success of the FRSC mobile app is a stepping stone for deeper application of technology.
The National Crash Reporting Information, that is NACRIS web portal, is a user-friendly platform that enhances our ability to manage and analyze road traffic crash data, providing valuable insights that inform our strategies for improving road safety in line with world best practices.
National Coordinator of Special Marshal Professor John Ugbebo and other speakers agreed that technology is a language of the world, hence it has become inevitable for Nigeria to step up research and close identified loopholes in road traffic management.
That we are able to also have the plate number we can track, and that will give us your profile and tell us everything about you, where you are coming from, where you live, and everything about you. And that gives us all information we need. That's also a step in the right direction.
The special marshals drawn from Lagos and Ogun states say they are ready to do more to ensure zero crashes this Ember month and beyond. In Lagos, Joel Ukbola, NTA News.
That's all from Lagos. Back to Nolin in Abuja for more on the news. Nolin, over to you.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. And at this point, we shall be joining a live broadcast on public lecture in honor of General Yakubu Gowon at 90. Thank you for watching.